EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And Dak going to start out going to the air. And he's taken down here by the Saints. David Onyemata able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Really nice effort and an even nicer stop from Marcus May there.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, 57 yards. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in. Didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal. And it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
From the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Dancing away at the 35. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Off the play fake, Winston. Rolling to his right. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. On play action, Winston. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
To try again after the sack. Winston. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last one.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
They'll turn to Kamara, and he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown, and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Tyrann Mathieu showing off a bit on that stop. Really nice tackle for loss. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Prescott now. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Prescott on first down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7 our score. Inside give to Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They go play action. Winston on the move to his left. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw is Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
To throw again on second down. Winston flushed out right. That's complete to Troutman right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Here we go with Kamara. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Prescott off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. The 20. 10. He will score. Touchdown, Saints.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. They'll turn to Kamara. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On the counter, Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Fourth down, Prescott. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And some room to work. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Flush to his right, and he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass. Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward. So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Winston on 3rd and 2. Quick slant. That's caught by the 5'11" Landry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating. Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks. Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. On third down, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Fourth down, Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go to Elliott again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now Prescott on 4th down. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And oh, right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Tua going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action. Now it's Tua. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 45 yards. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Winston. Flushed out right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. To throw, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Not only is the slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Play action now, Winston. He'll buy some time right. And Winston lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, this is a great play right here by a very versatile linebacker. It's a zone defense, so he's responsible for one area of the field. And Brandon, I don't think the quarterback ever saw him. Or if he did, he saw him too late because he snuck into a great position there to pick that one off.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. After the turnover, it's Tua. And a completion to Wilson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Here's Mostert. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And now a fumble. The ball hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Play fake. Winston. They'll roll him out right. There's Chris Olave. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Kamara try the right side. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. To throw is Winston. Flush to his right. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety back.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain. Because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
Kamara. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Winston keeps it himself. Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Throwing again on second down. Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
And that is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. Mostert bringing in the quick throw. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Tua now on 1st down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready, set.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jameis to throw it. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Winston now. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Tua, a final shot before half. And going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And some room to roam now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 70 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness? The burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Second down, here's Mostert again. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They fake the handoff, now Tua. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 2nd down, Mostert. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Tua going to try and throw for it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. But let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Kamara up the middle. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Jameis now on first down. Now there's the former Dolphin, Jarvis Landry. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 121 yards for him on the ground. The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Today we've got an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Eddie Pinheiro about set to get us going, and we are underway here in Charlotte. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Off the play fake, Winston. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. On play action, Winston. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Here's Smith to return it. 13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard.
And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Walker now.
Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. The Panthers have the 1st. It's a gain of 12.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play that time on a catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Walker.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Dances by him, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go play action. Winston rolling to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Winston. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Thomas brings it in. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Walker. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Let's go. Dragon 60.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
1st down, Walker. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Winston. A quick one here, hauled in by Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's up. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the
downtown New Orleans.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from the Superdome.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Winston now to throw on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Winston throw complete there to Thomas.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Winston to Thomas, and it's a New Orleans first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Winston now from the 50.
On the slant, complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
A first down throw for Winston. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Winston. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now Winston on 4th down. Flush to his right.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 38, Tua. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 14 yards that time for number 14. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Cameron Jordan, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After the sack on 1st down, Tua. His throw incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
You ain't gonna burn me. Let's go. Ready?
We're scoreless after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with 4th down and 1. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a 1st down.
Tua now on 1st down. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Winston. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
On third down, Winston.
There's Chris Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
To throw, Winston.
That's Olave bringing in another one. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Here's Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's got room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he's
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram taking it in from a yard out.
And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
69 yards.
And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Winston. Forced out to his left. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
Nifty move. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Here's Winston. Quick slant. That's caught by the 5'11 Landry.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. To throw again on second down. Winston.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now Winston. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Play action now. Winston. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. On the move past the 40.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Sanders now to add the extra point.